Hey, what's up again, guys? I'm going to show you how to start recording a track in LMMS today. And just to make it really simple, I'm going to go ahead and close out these windows that automatically open up when you start. And I'm also going to close out these tracks because I want to make this as straightforward as possible for you. So the first thing I need to do, I'm going to keep my song editor open. I'm going to go to the samples. I'm going to go ahead and add in this. I just love using it, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to close that out by clicking it again. Now we only have one track in our song editor, and that's really all we need to start recording. And I'm going to rename it. Just going to call it piano. I also need to select an instrument, so I can come over here and it's already on stereo grand. I'll use bright grand. I think it sounds a little bit nicer. And of course I need to click on here, go to MIDI, and then choose my MIDI input. Okay, so now that we've done that, you'll notice that I can't hit record right now. And you would think that intuitively you could just hit record and start going, but that's not how this particular software works. So what you have to do actually is you can double click on this first little bar here and it'll open up your piano roll. So now you can see that we can actually start recording. So what I like to do is go ahead and maximize this window, press a few keys just to see where I'm at, and you can see that like I need to scroll down. Now you can see that's where my notes are hitting. And I'll probably scroll down a little bit more because my lower notes are down here. So I want to be able to see all the notes I'm going to hit. So this is my piano range here. Just want to be within that range. Okay, so I can see there now I'm in the range. Now you might be wondering, if I hit record, is there a 4-note drop in or anything like that? Well, no, and I haven't been able to find a setting for it. But so what I like to do is I'll set my tempo. A normal tempo, unless you're doing like techno or something, is probably going to be from like 80 to 100. It's a little bit slower. I'm going to set mine to 70. And as soon as I hit record, you're going to get the ticks, right? The metronome. So that'll give me my beat, and I'm just going to hit it just to listen. So I can kind of know what my tempo is. And it did not record anything there, it just kind of let me listen to the metronome to see what the rhythm's like. So I like that particular tempo for this. It's slower. I can teach you a little bit better, I guess you could say. So now that I'm ready to record, I'm actually going to wait 4 ticks or 4 metronome beats before I start playing so that I have room to wait. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and hit play or record. Okay, just a simple little thing. I'm going to hit stop there. And I'm going to go ahead and play it back, but I'm not getting the metronome anymore, so I'm just going to have to count in my head and then start playing here. Now I want to go ahead and also record on top of this, so I can just hit record, but with the play, you want to hit the record/play button because you want to be able to hear these notes, if that's what you want, while you are playing. So I want to play a little melody behind that. So let's do that. Okay, so I messed up there, which is fine. I'm going to go ahead and hit Control Z. and that didn't work. So let's see here, what can I do? Whoop. Messed myself up a little there. That's okay. I'm not really sure how to undo a recording, but I'll just start over again. No big deal. Erase tool. We'll just erase things. I probably could have just did the select tool and then hit delete. Yeah, that's better. Well, let's try that one more time. And I'm going to start from the beginning. It should start from the beginning by default. It did not. And the tempo is back up to 140, which is interesting. So this software can be a little bit finicky, it seems, but that's okay. Those are the types of things we just have to deal with. So let's hit record. And since there's no notes here, I can hear the metronome again. So it's kind of a good thing we messed up so you could see that sort of thing can happen. All right, so let's try that again. All right. Now, I want to play those notes. I'm going to play them a little bit lower. Even lower. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit record now and do that overlay again. Okay, so I'm going to hit stop. Now you can see that the notes are actually playing lower like I wanted them to. Now we can go ahead and hit playback. Alright, so we've done some basic recording here. Now you might say, well, you still have the empty 4 bars at the beginning. And so what I like to do is after I'm done doing my recording, once I'm done recording in this track, then I'll go ahead and drag my selector over it. Make sure you have this select tool here. And then you want to drag over it. And you want to hold shift and press left until it goes back to the beginning. So a weird thing that also happens, I've noticed, is if I did that and I hit play, you won't hear anything for the first 4 bars. There's this weird bug in the program where I actually have to go to the pencil tool, place a note, delete the note, and then it'll work from the beginning. So there you go, you have your first track. I will get into exporting it later and things like that, but let's go ahead and hit, and you always want to save your project. Hit save as, and then I'm just going to leave it in the default folder, and we'll just say piano tutorial 1. And I'm going to save that. So now I have my project saved. That is not the song being saved, it's just the project and everything in it inside of this software. So it can remember where the notes are and all your settings and things like that. Now, I guess I could go ahead and go to export just to show you. If I go to export, then it'll export it as a WAV file. We can also change it to a different type of format, but we'll just leave it as WAV. You have to have a third-party library to export MP3s, but we won't worry about that right now. I'm just going to leave it as the default name, I guess, and hit save. And then we can hit start to start exporting. And then we have our file there. Where did it save to? Export. Nikki LMMS projects. Okay, so let's go there. See. Users, Nikki. Oh. LMMS, projects, and here it is, the WAV file. And there's some air at the end there, not too much, but no big deal. So that's the basics of just recording on one track without getting too complicated and overlaying some more notes on top of that track. I guess I could quickly also get into layering another track. So might as well. get a lot more done in one video. So let's go to our instruments again. I'll drop another one of these bad boys, and we can hit that to close it. I'm gonna click this now, and we don't want to get confused here, but when you click on one of these and it's impressed, you can see that instrument properties being pulled up. And then when you depress it, it goes away. So I only want to have one of those visible to me, the one that I'm working in. And so now I can change the instrument, and I will do, let's do something, I don't know, some church bells, sure. And remember, it's still playing from piano, so I have to click here, go to MIDI input and uncheck that. Now I'll go here, MIDI input, and check it here. Weird little sound, but it's just for tutorial purposes. We'll just say bells. So I renamed it, I added the track, I've connected my MIDI to it. So I'm actually going to click here, and notice if I hit play plus record, it still plays the other track behind it. So let me find a good note. Okay. That sounds like a fight bell, but we'll throw it in there. So when I hit record, I'm just going to press it right away. Okay, so now that is its own little track there. And I'm going to go ahead and close that out. And you can see here, now these two tracks are sort of lined up. If I hit play here, now I have my two overlaying tracks. I don't want to get too much deeper into this right now, but that is how you record multiple tracks. I could add another track and do drums instead or something like that, but I want to keep this as simple as possible. You can overlay on the same track, or you can overlay on a separate track. Yeah, that's as far as I want to get into recording today, but we have a project, we saved it. We added some piano music, we exported a WAV file. So yeah, it's pretty simple for the most part. And you saw some of the little quirks of the program along the way. So I hope that helped you out, and you have a great day.